first sight, first at looking sight. In pure grammar, it seems good morning. Even I don't know morning, no. In the video session when I'm coming, one student said good morning. So I said, I looked at him different. Yes, sir, I am correct, he said. So how good morning means, he explained me just now. That's why I'm saying to you good morning also. So how good morning? In grammar, it seems, anyone first at sight, we have to say good morning, it seems. Okay. So don't think that anybody says good morning in the night time. Don't feel that they don't know. Okay. Of course, anyhow, let it be. So we'll continue it, right? So students in the online, am I audible? Right. So in the offline good, online good, students, you are all already there in the online, right? Offline good, because we can sleep also in the class like that, right? Okay. Okay, that is also there. 1 minute more. So I'll start the session. So let us start with online is good. Okay. Online student says online is good. Offline student says offline is good. Anyhow, we'll continue that. So what is started? What is started in the previous session? Types of parameters. How many types? 5 types of mechanisms. So in that first mechanism we started. Did you understand the meaning of arguments and parameters? Yes. So arguments and parameters, we got it. Positional parameters are arguments, default parameters, keyword parameters, variable length parameters, and keyword variable length parameters. This is what we discussed as a types we discussed. And we are going to enter into one by one this discussion now. Okay. So let us go to the positional parameters are arguments. What is the theme of that we learned in the last session? Tell me, what do you understand about that? In positional parameters, what we must ensure it? 2 things we must ensure it. One is number of arguments must be equal to number of formal parameters. That is the first thing. Okay. Second one, order. Order must be same. These are the 2 things you must ensure it in the class. So that I was already shown to you, and I was shown that document. I was saved in your place also. I am just trying to recap. In the concept of positional parameters or arguments, says that the number of arguments, that is nothing but what? Actual parameters, must be equal to the number of formal parameters. This is an actual default mechanism of all the languages. Default mechanism of all the languages. This parameter mechanism also recommends order of parameters for higher accuracy part of it. If you want to see, order also must be same. Order also must be same. That indicates number to number, name to name, marks to marks, date of birth to date of birth, something like that. We need to pass it. Are you following? And what is the syntax I said? Theme is very, very simple. And one more point I told you, the default parameter passing mechanism is positional parameters. Understand? And once again, in positional parameters, what must be seen? The positional parameters says that a number of arguments must be similar to number of formal parameters. And one more thing is order must be maintained. Order must be maintained. In Python programming environment follows by default positional parameters, it will follow. Okay. And how the values mapping will be done? Argument 1, argument 2, argument n are passing to whom? Param 1, param 2, so on, param n respectively. So this is what we followed in the last session. And one example also I was shown on it. Okay. So let me show you that. There, I hope that in that positional parameter example number 1, this is the one which we discussed in the last session, right? Fine. So how many parameters are there here? 5. How many parameters are there? 3. And how many formal parameters? 3. Order is matching and everything is maintaining now. So let us go to that. One more kind of thing. Of course, I was executed already this part. Already this start point, this was explained already in the class. Program was executed. So let me take Python 4 p.m. and say that it is called what? Functions. There I will say py. I say I hope that function name is, program name is, I'll take this and see that this is an information we got it. Okay. So let me go for one more kind of thing. I will try to take it where it is going to give you another type of meaning here. So let us take some more example on the same thing. Example 2, where I can maintain some information like this. Print stno /t name. This is called a name, and /t, and next is called what? Marks. And print of saying something like this, .40. Next is something like this, and this is the one which we are having like this. So number and then name and then what? Marks. So just try to take this and try to take this and just observe it. Example 2, and I will go for taking, this is called what? 2. So there I'm going to maintain something like this. And in the database level also, this type of concept will be coming, and try to understand this. And one more, moreover, I'm going to give you, observe it. Here I'm going to give, all these people are belongs to Python. For example, these are all learning common course called Python, or they are living, all of them are in HYD. How do you write it? Another parameter, HYD. The city name where they are living is called HYD. Observe the difference here. The city name they are living is called what? HYD. How many function calls I am having? 4 function calls I am having. How many common values we have? All these function calls, what is same? City is same. What is different? Number is different, name is different, and then marks is different. All of them are going to be different. Execute this. What happens? Yeah. Here we are giving how many? But how many formal parameters are there? So are they matching with positions? No. Definitely that is going to be an error. What is it? Taking how many? Is taking 3 positional parameters. 3 positional parameters it is taking. But how many you are given? 4. Is it mismatching or not? So I need to give it as what? HYD. So I will write it here. One more type of this thing. I'm writing, comma, HYD. I will say city, I will take it. I will take it as city. I will take it. So I'm just taking here as city. Now see that 4 values are there. 4 things has taken here. So coming to this point of it, of course, I need to write here /t. HYD I am taking. So this is the common value we are taking it. Common value we have taken it. Understand? Yeah, common value we are taking in this context. So let us go back to this point. HYD is taken and printing the data, something like this. Now, any kind of limitation can you find here? Now observe it. When the PVM comes to this line number 10, what is happening? First a function call, 10 is transferring here. Okay. Name is transferring here. Marks is transferring here. And then city is transferring here. That's fine. For first thing is fine. It's very fine. And the second one, when PVM comes here, what is happening? 20 is going there. Next name is going there. And then marks is going there. And then city is again going to that place. Name and then everything is going. And the city, same name is again going to that place. Do you feel that if 4 times Hyderabad is available, which is a common one, 4 times out of that, 1 time is transferring, it is mandatory. But second time, third time, fourth time, is it transferring 3 times or not? It is transferring how many times? 3 times it is transferring, 3 times it is getting transferred. Ultimately, I'm going to give a conclusion that positional parameters are meant for supplying only specific values. Which values? If I use HYD for all these function calls, what is same? Function for all these function calls, what is same? City is same. That time even I use positional parameters, what is happening? Unnecessarily, there is a lot of transmission flow between what? Function calls and then function definition. Are you getting? So how many, what is the common value here? Hyderabad, it is going to be transferring 4 times here. But actually, how many times it is supposed to be recommended to transfer? 1 time is enough, but unnecessary transferring how many times? Right. Suppose with me, there are 100 function calls are there. There are 100 function calls are there. 100 function calls. With what value? Common value called HYD. How many times these values are transferring unnecessarily? 99 times is unnecessarily transferring. Is it not a waste of time? How many times you will transfer the common value? 1 time I will transfer. Is there any such, first of all, are you understanding that? Same value transferring how many times? 4 times. Is it not a waste of time? Yes. With the calculations, if you want, 4 function calls are there. With how many values we are transferring? 4 values. Into how many times? 16 times overall it is transferring. Next mechanism I am going to say. Next mechanism, I never transfer this common value again and again. I never transfer. I will supply how many times? How many values I am supplying here? 3 values, here 3 values, here 3 values, here only 3 values. Totally how many functions? 4 functions. How many values? So how many times we are sending? 12 times only. Which is better? 12 times transferring is better. 16 times transferring is better. 12 times transferring is better. 12 times transferring is better. Number, name, marks and city. So try to execute and printing this time here. We don't want this mechanism. Positional parameters, okay. The same program, you see how I'm going to supply. I will take up this mechanism is going to say, don't supply the value called like this. Don't supply this value. Common values are coming in front of you. And that type of common value, don't supply each and every time. Supply how many times? How I will do it? Go to the function heading, go to the function definition, is equal to, I'm saying what? HYD there. See how I am doing? Inside the formal parameters, I am assigning the value directly. Are you getting? And then at that city, I am prompting. Let us start the first function call. First function call. What is the value? 10 is transferring to number. Next name is transferring here. Marks is transferring here. What is the value here? City is equal to what? So it is getting printed. What is the value printed? Hyderabad is printed. Second time you see. Second time number is transferring, name is transferring, marks is transferring. Why I am transferring? They are specific. Understand? Simple amount. All these 80 students who are sitting in the offline, sending our number, name and everything. But what is our course is called? Python. Will you send Python also? No. I will take Python is equal to here only I will take it or not. So let us coming to that. This mechanism, there I assigned is called a default parameter we can call. Spell out. Default parameter. Spell out once again. Default parameter. And these are called what? Positional parameters they are called. Okay. This is called what you know? Default parameter. Default parameter example1.py. Default parameter example1.py. And number, name, marks. City is equal to HYD. Here, first preference will be given always for what? Positional parameter. Later I mentioned what here? Default parameter. Just execute this example. Execute this example now. Default parameter example 1. Say py. Default parameter example 1. I got that output. Previous example you run it. Previous one also I got the output. Previous one also I got the output. The more performance is there in this case of what? default parameter. Here what is happening? Same value send how many times? 4 times unnecessarily. Are you getting, my students? So what I'm trying to tell here, if any common values are available in front of you, if any common values are available for many function calls of same type, when we come across same function call with what value? Same value, then those values must be taken in the form of what? Default parameter in where? Function heading. Function. And moreover, you see, this value is supposed to be used in the last parameter. There is a rule in Python where I'm taking, see the placeholder placement of it, where I'm using last formal parameter. We cannot use in the beginning, we cannot use in the middle, we cannot use in the anywhere else. We have to use only in the last part, we have to use it. So you may have a doubt, sir, later there is one more person. Who is that person here? Who is that person here? I am writing 60 is called what? Trump. He is called Trump. Who is from where? Who is from where? He also got something like 15.155. He is from where? Who is from where? USA. Tell me, these are all belongs to which city, for example? HYD. And he is belongs to what? That time how it is working? Come on, quickly. What is this? 60 will go to a number. Trump will go to the name. And then marks will go to the marks. And then USA will go to the city. And the city is equal to HYD here. Which is replaced with what? USA. Are you getting? Okay. Why I am saying this? Because he particularly belongs to that particular country. Okay. Just try to execute once more. Try to see this. Try to see this. Default parameter example 1. Last one you see. USA. Are you getting? There is one more person called what? One more person called what? C. You see C, for example, 70. There is one student called what? Some student name is called Sunil. Who is belongs to what? Who is belongs to 10.55. He is belongs to HYD again. I never supplied. When I don't supply it, what is the value taken? Default parameter will be taken. When you supply default parameter replaced with this value, right or not? Yes. So come on, guys. Now I'm writing here is again belongs to this either one. Getting or not? Come on to the point of it. This is the way how you can go for representing it. Whichever values you can write it. Whichever values you can write it. Whichever values you write it. So something like, I say 80. I say something like 80. Something like a Gosling. I can say something like a Gosling. Some name. I say something like this. And we say this value. And we say something like RSA. Some value I just wrote it. Some value I just wrote it. So it is going to be getting as what? RSA here. So common values are coming means go for which concept? Default parameter. Specific values means go for what? Positional parameters. Are you getting me? Good. One more time I will go for it. Two common values are there, for example. Two common values are there. That time I will go for one more common value. How can I take the another common value? Comma. One more param is equal to what value I can take it again? Default value I can take it. No problem. So let us take some example again. I will take it. Look at my dear students, keep it aside. I will take one more type of value. See that. Now I am going to say, look at, I will take it. Default parameter example 2. I will take it. Main program I am taking. What is the value I am taking here? Display employee details. What is an employee detail I am taking? Here I am taking nothing. I am taking. I am not taking anything there. When I am not taking anything, there is a common details I will take it. For example, DEF. What is the function name? Display employee details. Because it is a little tricky concept and most useful, and interviewer will ask you all of them very clearly. When do you go for positional parameters? When do you go for default parameters? First you understand that. Here, I would like to take ENO is equal to 10 ename is equal to something like, ename is equal to something like, I will take it as some name of the students who are there in the online. So I will take it as a Naveen. Naveen, I will take it. Naveen, I will take it. So I will take this. And next is called what? Sal is equal to some 1.2. I will be taking like this. And then company name is called something like IBM, for example, assume. And everything I am taking as what? Everything I am taking default only. Everything I am taking default only. Try to execute this once. Print off indentation symbol. Everything I am taking default. Because only one employee is there, that one employee name I am taking it. So I print it as what, backslash T, and backslash T, and a dot format of ENO, comma, ename, comma, next is called a sal, comma, what is next? CNAME I am taking. Okay. So here I will print off as usual, ENO and backslash T, name and backslash T. Next is called what? Sal. Next is called what? CNAME. That is CNAME. Company name I can take it. Just to try to print it. Print off /50 or 40 or whatever it is. Now I'm going to take like this. So let us execute this part of it. So coming to this, I'm saying this py. So here you see that, of course, something is missing. Backslash T. I say this. Execute. Here I am taking py. This is the details what we got it. Number, name, and then salary like this. Are you able to follow? Yeah. Come on to the next point. Here I am passing, see, display employee details. I will pass 20, and I will pass it some student name. I will take it. I'll take it Samir. I will take Samir. That's it. Samir salary also same. Samir also working in the same company. What I'll do? So see this 20 is passing to where? ENO, which is replaced with what? 20. And the name is called replacing this. Naveen is replaced with what? Samir. And then salary will be same, and then company name will be same. Let us execute. Out of these many number of default values, how many values I am passing? These values are acting as what? Positional parameters. And these are acting as positional parameters with default parameters. Dual behavior is available. Because in our data science related kind of things, you will come across this type of mechanism. Values are changing and remaining things are same or not. Next, let us go to the next part of the student. I will take it. Say 30 here. Something like Kumar. I will take it. Whose salary is called something like 1.5. That's it. How many values I am passing? 3 values. Which company is also working? IBM, for example. See that is also getting. See that values are changing. Last one is this. And next I will go to the one more student is called 40, and the name is called something like Sampath. Yes, this is called some name. So there I will take it 1.6 and working in TCS. For example, you see that total values are replaced with this kind of values again. Understanding? So these default parameters are at this moment of time working like what? These default parameters in the beginning. Lastly, they are coming to working like what parameters? Positional. And here how many are working? 3 positionals, 1 default. Here 2 positionals, 2 default. Here completely default. Clarity is there? Yes. Now this is called one more pattern of doing that. If any type of value is common for many number of function calls, as we have seen in the beginning, If any value is common for many number of function calls, such a type of common values must be taken as which type? Default. Default. I hope it is clear, right? Last and final, if you want me to go for it, last and final I will take it. So look at that. If you want to take it, small example again, default parameter example3.py. I will take it DEF, area circle, for example, simple example where you can understand. What is the meaning? What is the minimum requirement you will receive? Or radius you will get it. Next is called what? Pi value also you will take or not? Pi, which is a common value I am taking. Common value for what? That function call. R value will be changing from one function call to another function call. But what remains same for all the function calls of this one? Right. So here I am saying pass. For example, coming to the main program, I say area of circle. I am just calling like this. Here I am saying, I say 1.2. Area of circle, I say 2.2. I say area of circle, something like 5.2. Area of circle, something like, 6.8. What is this changing? Radius is changing, but what remains same? So what is this? Pi is equal to 3.14. Default. For all these function calls, what is remains same? So how do you calculate? Come on, tell me. AC is equal to Pi into R star 2, right? Print of, I say radius is equal to dot format of AC. R, and the next is called what? Print of area of circle is equal to dot format of, what is this? AC. Now I will say that's enough. So I will take up this, execute it, default parameter, execute. I can say, come out of that. So this part, if you see, first time radius is equal to, second time radius is equal to, third time radius is equal to, fourth time radius is equal to. These many number of values are available for us. Is it clear? So tell me, what do you understand with this concept? What do you understand with this concept? Can anybody can say? If any kind of value is common for similar function calls, area of circle, what is common? Value is common for that many number of similar function call, family of similar function calls. If any value is common, don't take that value as a positional parameter. Take that parameter as what? Yes. Understand? So if I want to store hundreds of students' data, so I want to store 218 students, 216 students, online students, and around 80 students in the offline. If I want to store all your names under a Python course, the word Python you will write how many times? One time. As which value? Default value. And your number, your name, and your city to be sent in the form of positionals. I hope you got it. Right. So execute it once, last and final, you got this answer. Shall I show you that the default arguments concept? What is the syntax here? And one more point I would like to give you, students. If I use this one as a first parameter, see my dear students, I am using first one. I tried to write it. Before which one I am writing? Default. Before default I am writing what? Before default I am writing what? Before positional I am writing what? Default. What is the default mechanism actually? Positional. Actual parameter mechanism is positional, but I am writing which parameter first? Default parameter I am writing, which is called error. Syntactical error it is going to come. Look at that. Non-default arguments must follow first. Non-default arguments must come first. Non-default arguments means positional. Are you getting? Execute it. See that. Come on, read. Non-default argument follows. So first what to write? Positional. Non-default is nothing but positional. Follows what? But you wrote wrong, na? What you wrote? First default. So I should change this. I should change this, comma. I should change this. I will write it as what? PI is equal to 3.14. 3.14. I will write it. 3.14. I will write it. Are you getting my point? Yes. So coming back to this discussion, my dear students. So it is over. Now I want to go for the rule and all those things. What is the discussion? Say that function name and then formal parameters. And the last one I will take it as what? Default. I can use any number of default parameters like this. Any number I can use. If at all you use positional parameter, first you will write what? Positional parameter. Later you can write any number of. Yes. So you cannot write the default parameters first compared to what? Positionals. Shall I show you that small formula what I wrote it already? Yes. Please look at that concept. I will open it. Your previous batch students where I completed default parameter concept I will show you. Default parameter concept I will show you. Look at that. Small theme of this. What is it? When there is a common value for family of function calls, family of, then such a type of common values must be taken as with what value? Common value, but not recommended to pass by using. You can use it, no problem. You can use it, but what is happening? It's internally a lot of time is wasted. Performance will be reduced. Same value you are transferring twice, thrice, and etc. Are you getting me? Yes. So syntax for function definition with the default parameters. What is that? DEF function name of param1, param2, param n-1 is equal to, what is this? Value 1. Param n is equal to what? Value 2. So param1, param2 are called what? Positionals. Param n-1 is equal to value 1. Param n is equal to value 2 are called what? Yes. So block of statements we are writing. Here param n-1 and param n are called what? Yes, param 1, param 2 are called what? Positional parameters we can call. I hope you are following. There is a rule which you have observed very practical in the class. What is the first rule, please? When we use a default parameters in the function definition, they must be used as what? Last parameters. Which one to be used last? First one what? Good. Why first one is default? Why first one is positional? Because that is a default mechanism. That's why we are using first. Otherwise, we get error. What is the syntax error? Non-default arguments follows default. Non-default are nothing but what, ma? Positional. That is nothing but positional only. Positional parameters follows what? Default arguments. Understand? Yes, we should not violate this kind of things. So this is comes under which mechanism? Default mechanism. I hope you understand this. The students who are in the online, are you following? Ganesh Verma is getting different doubts. So I will not consider that doubt. Val1, Val1, what Val1, Val1 call? What Val1, Val2 called? Default values. Val1, Val2, Val1 are called what? Default values. So param n-1, Kumar Babu is also coming under that. Param n-1 is called what? Because these are all lack of knowledge and lack of concentration. 1, 2, 3, 4. For them, I need to go for very childhood days things. So 4. So on I am writing. 100 I want to write it. 100 I want to write it. Before 100 what I will write? 99. Before 99 what I will write? 98. So this is like a school kids I have to teach like, because that type of level of explanation means you will be getting very much problem. So 100 parameters I want to write it. How do I write it? 100 parameters. How do I write ma? Param 1, comma, param 2, general knowledge this is. So on what I will write it? Param n minus 1 comma what? Param n. What is param n? 100. What is param n minus 1? So they are asking what is param n and param n minus 1. It's a little inconvenient. So such basics are not there. It is a difficult. So I hope you are understanding this. So that is default understanding. That type of basics are not there, very much difficult. So see that here param n minus 1, param n are called what? Default parameters. And param 1, param 2 are called what? Yes. And the rule also you understand, right or not? Yes. So coming to the programmatically also, you have looked into that area. So like default parameter, what are the values you have taken it? Beginning, you see that common values for all of them. Common values is called HYD, common value for all of them. And the next, everything I was taken it as a default values only. Later I changed different names. And the next is called a common value is called a pi value for many radius calculations and many areas. And then we got it and the concept also done. So if anybody asks you, when do you go for positional parameters, means what is your answer? When do you go for positional parameters? When there is a specific values of following order, and what number of positional parameters is equal to number of formal parameters. I will go for what? Positional. And I want to go for representing common values. I'll go for what? Default. Are you getting clarity in this? Shall I go to next? What is the next mechanism? What is the next mechanism? Yes. Keyword. This is a quite interesting area. This is very much interesting area. This is. And this you will come across varieties of times in real time. And people knows only this positional, even default also very rarely people knows. And when you go to the keyword parameters and arguments, lot of forecasting knowledge is required. Come to the point of it. Now, let us take, before going to write the keyword arguments, keyword parameters and all, I will take the example first. I will take the example. I don't know how you will catch me. Keyword parameter example1.py. Keyword parameter example1.py. Okay, right. Now let us see DEF display A comma B comma C. A comma B comma C. What are ABC? Local parameters. Are they local parameters? Are they local parameters or formal parameters? Right. Fine. So coming to the point of it. So pause. Now, by looking at that, this line is called what? This line is called what actually? That line is called what? Function heading. What generally you say correct answer every time, but two answers consecutively wrong. Sleep, huh? Oh, yes, better. I understand. I understand when student will become misbalance. That's why you need to take afternoon by thinking that you have 4 o'clock class is there. You need to maintain some balanced diet and come to the class. Of course, I am not making any jokes in the class. Careful before answering. What is this line? I told you na, in colorful output I wrote it. Colorful output I wrote it and I posted also. Syntax for defining a function. Syntax for, because whenever I post anything, I used to give a beautiful output to you. Why I wrote in the colors? To attract you. When you go on big highways, some speed breakers will be there. Why? If any sleeping is there, you will wake up. Like that. I used to write very beautiful writing. DEF, function name, heading. This is called what? Heading. So I wrote these many statements. This is called what? Function body. So sometimes myself will feel, even I give this much of colorful writing and everything, students are saying wrong answer. So why should I go this much detail? But my heart will not permit like that. So even online students, you see how they are asking, sir, param 1, param 2, param n minus 1 is what, sir? They are asking. So that time I will get little dull. Even I explained these many times, they are asking that. So some small concentration is required. Some high commitment is required. Understand? So next time, if anybody says wrong answer, I will make you to stand up in the class. Compulsory. First stand up. Big mistake on the chair, I will make you to stand up. On the chair. So chair is also strong. I will see. First of all, if chair is there, management will say, sir, chair is there. Your student, you gave punishment, chair is gone, like that, they will say. I will see. If you are lean and like me, you can stand on the chair. If you are heavyweight now, I will not give that punishment. Depends on your things. Start? Are you okay now, everybody? So, okay, sir, it's saying and wrong answer, punishment, why unnecessarily? We don't say anything, sir, we will maintain silence. You are very intelligent, I understand. Okay, anyhow, we will see. Come to students. Online students tell wrong answer, what you will do, sir? Okay. Vinith Kumar is saying. So, Vinith Kumar, online student, you are there, na? Vinith Kumar, what you will do, you are asking, right? Now you see, I will select your name, Vinith Kumar. I will select your name, Vinith Kumar. Adjacent to that, there is an option called more. I will have an option called remove. Vinith Kumar, I don't remove, don't worry, just I am joking. I will put them in waiting room. I'll put them in waiting room. Like that. So, okay, I don't do it, Rocky. I don't do it. No, just I'm saying, I don't repeat, I don't remove anybody. I did not remove any person last 2.5 years onwards. Right? Even though they make, sir, yesterday you said, now you explain again, sir, even if they say, I don't remove them. Okay, just I'm saying that. Okay, let us start. Okay, always right answer, sir. Okay, you Vinith Kumar. No problem. I will not remove you. Definitely, I will not remove you. Okay, just you are asking, I said the answer. Start. See, you answered wrong. I am giving this much big lecture for everybody. Start. Go to the place. What is this line? Function. Everybody must speak. Speak. Function. Okay, good. Now I am writing. My interest is students, you know. My interest is, I want to display. I don't know how far you understand me. B and then C. This is my heading. I want to display like that. I want to display like this. A, B, C. Now I want to display like this. Now I want to display like this. For A value 10. For B value, I want to pass 20. For C value, I want to pass 30. This is my order of the values I want to pass it. A value is always 10. B value always 20. C value is always 30. Actually, it is a little tricky, try to understand. Now, I say print. How I will print it? What I am printing? Something like this, \T. I'll explain by taking ample of time. Don't be hurry in that. Try to understand. A, B, C. I got it. Next, main program, I will take it. Main program. There I am printing 50. Here I wrote it 50. Printing here A \T, B \T, C. I just wrote like this. And I am printing this value. Print of, or I say function name I will call. What is the function name? 10, 20, 30. Okay, na? Execute. execute. There is no hurry at all. Nothing is hurry here. Go to the functions and save this. Go to the function heading here. Py, this one. What happens? Okay, last part also I need to say terminated. Need to terminate now. So I got this ABC. What is the mechanism I followed here? What is the mechanism I followed? Say. I don't make you to stand up on the chair, please. Wrong is wrong. 10 is passing, sending to whom? 20 is sending to B. 30 is sending to whom? What is the mechanism? Positional parameters. Okay, now? Okay, good. But in real-time project, I developed this function. I am reusing in the same place so that I can understand the order of ABC, right or not? Since I developed it, I know which order to pass for ABC. Tomorrow, who knows? You are going to another Python program. You are the another team member in my project. In other program, you want to call my function. Are you understanding the requirement? What is that? There is a function. I know there are 3 parameters are there. What parameters? A, B, C. Right? I know that there is a function. I know there are 3 parameters, but I don't know the order of the parameters. What is the possibility is there? Display A comma B comma C colon pass. Display of what? A comma B comma A comma C comma B. A comma C comma B pass. Display A comma what is that? B comma C comma A. There is a possibility of like that. Display, come on, C comma A comma B colon pass. Next display, come on, what? B comma A comma C. Tell me all possibilities, ma. A comma C. Okay, colon pass. Next display C comma B comma A colon pass. Next display all over. Yes, over. 3 parameters. 3 into 2. 3 into 2, how many? 6 possibilities are there. That means there is a function is there. 3 parameters are there. You know 3 parameters are there, but you don't know which order SAR has taken the parameters. Because you are just calling my function. You did not define. You did not define. You are just calling. When you are calling, my dear student, display of 30 comma 10 comma 20. You are pre-assuming that first what is taking? C. You are pre-assuming second one is what? You are pre-assuming what is 20. But is it taking in that order? No. What was the order? ABC. Is it going in a wrong position or not? First of all, are you following? Come on, ma. I will take this. I will take this mechanism. I will try to pass it. What is the order I am expecting? 10, 20, 30. That is the value I have to pass it. But I am passing what? 30, 10, 20. Just to execute it. See, I am getting wrong thing or not? What is my order? 30, 10. Actually, 30 should go to whom? 30 should go to whom? Yes, 10 should go to whom? Yes, 20 should go to whom? Is it not called wrong posting the data? So finally, what are you understanding? There is a function with a certain order of parameters. Another programmer don't know the order of the parameters. Another person want to pass the data correctly, irrespective of the order of the parameters. Let the parameter order can be anything, but I want to pass correctly. Understand? There are 3 parameters. How many possibilities of parameters of place holding? 6 ways. I don't know which way you followed. I don't bother about it, but I will pass the data correctly. Are you following? Because in Pandas and NumPy in data science, this is very important. How to use it. And nobody knows this mechanism. Interview compulsory will ask this. Even you see the notebooks of many of the Python notes of the different institutes, they don't talk about these mechanisms. Functions means number of approaches of functions, whether they teach or not, I don't know. They will say functions only 2 days, they will be over. But functions, if I see, mind-blowing concept because it is a heart for the Python programming. Shall I go to the now how to pass it? Come on, ma. I will go to it. Come on, in this case, apply. First of all, once again, I will repeat. There is a function which takes number of parameters 3. But I don't know the order of the parameters. But I want to pass correct order of the values, irrespective of the order of the parameters. ABC, BCA, ACB, BAC, any of the order it is containing. But I need to pass the values correctly. Understand, ma? How do you pass it? Simple, sir. Simple, sir. Let us see. What are my values? Let it be 30. 30 is for whom? Excellent. C. C is equal to, you write it. Where I am writing? In the function call I am writing. C is equal to 30. Next, please. Very good. Next what? Beautiful. What is this concept I am following? Function call this is. Function call with what mechanism? Keyword arguments. Keyword arguments. These are called arguments because I am using in where? Function call. How it is going to be? What is this keyword arguments? Keyword arguments are nothing but parameter names only. Whatever the parameter names are there, that parameter names only using as what? Arguments. Why keyword arguments? Key comma, C is called key, 30 is called the value. A is called key, 10 is called the value. B is equal to 20, B is called key, 20 is the value. Did you understand why they are called keyword arguments? Tell me, ma, how it is posting, how PVM is posting, please. C value sending to C value sending to whom? C value sending to this C, and A value sending to this A, and B value sending to this B. A, B, C are coming and printing that A, B, C values here. I hope you are understanding. Let us execute. I will execute it many times. See that 10, 20, 30 coming or not? Previously, this was wrong posting the data or not? Is it correct posting the data or not? Am I bothering about the order? Never. You take any of the order. I never bother. But I know what? Parameter names. Once if I know parameter names, I can pass properly or not? Yes, good. Come on now. Excellent. What is this mechanism? Function. See that, ma, what I'm selecting? Selecting the function call with what? Positional. Yes or no? First to how positional? First to first, second to second, third to third. It is called what? Positional. Positional. Come on, next. What is this now? Display. Come on. Display. Say, I am saying that A is equal to what? I say 10 comma, C is equal to 30, B is equal to 20. What is this mechanism? Think. First time what I am writing? 10. What is 10? Positional. Why? First value to variable. Next C is equal to 10 and B is equal to. B is 20 and then C is what? Which mechanism this is? Default. When I say follow you, I will get attention first of all. Function call with what? No. Positional and what? Keyword arguments. You look at that. Why today is getting tense, ma? First one is what? Positional. Comfortable positional, na? And next what I said, function call with a positional. I will write it. Don't take much time because it's an easy topic. You understood that. Function call with what? Positional arguments. This is called function call with what? Here you don't get, first of all, don't get hurry. First of all, first observe 10. Is it A is equal to 10 is written? Is it A is equal to 10 is written? Is A is equal to 10 is written there? No, ma. In line number 11, is A is equal to 10 is written here? No. Just only 10 is written. What is it? Positional. Positional. Here C is equal to 30. What is it? Keyword. It is not default. It is called what? Default will be coming when I write like this. D is equal to 60. If I write it, this is called a default. Default things will be written in the function heading. I told already. What is this is called? What is the first one? Last and final. Line number 9. Calling the function with positional. Next, calling the function with keyword. Calling the function with positional and yes. Execute it. Last also execute it. Understand? So let me speak to online students once. Students in the online, are you understanding? Are you following? Jet speed they are in. Jet. So, right. Coming to the point, next, last and final. Now, you are sitting in front of me, you are saying wrong. That is what I feel little tense. Say, now I am asking one question. Display is equal to 10, 20, C is equal to 30. What is it? Positional and? Very good. Keep it up. Tomorrow you will forget, I know. But today, important. Execute. Execute. No problem. I can explain any number of times. But you should understand that. Okay, done. Now I am asking the question. What is the default parameter mechanism? What is the default mechanism of parameters? Positional parameters. Positional parameters is the default mechanism. Default mechanism is different. Default parameter mechanism is different. Are you understanding? Now, what is this first line number 10? Line number 9? Calling the function with, that is the default mechanism. By default, that is only the one. Next one is called what? Calling the function call with keyword arguments are nothing but what? Formal parameters only will be taken as a key comma value pair. Key comma. Next one is called what? Calling the function call with a positional and which is the positional 10. Next C and B are what? Okay. Display. What is this is called? First two are what? Next one is, that is nothing but positional and right. Okay, na? Now I am going to take display C is equal to 30. C is equal to 30. 10 comma 20. 10 comma 30. Is it valid or invalid? And don't study me. Sir asked all these things valid. Definitely will ask a question which is invalid. Don't study my mindset. Valid or invalid? Good. So online students, valid or invalid? Valid, invalid. So that is 100 valid. 100 times valid. Okay. That is called invalid. Of course, you will say that. What is the default mechanism? Positional. What is the default mechanism? But what you are using first and later you are using? That means you are giving the preference for what? No, ma. Here, first you are giving the preference for what? Keyword. But what PVM is giving the preference? Positional. Is it not quite a contradiction? So it gives error. Shall I show you? See how it is. See the error. See that. Come on. Follows. Yes. Shall we start? Come on, start here. What is this? C is equal to 30 you are taking. Okay. And this 10 and 20, generally every student will think that first C will go to this place and 10 and 20 will be there. 10 and 20 will be going to whom? 10 and 20 will be going to whom? Generally you tell me. This is an order is called a second in order. So it is trying to send it to B and 20 is trying to send it to whom? Already C was received one value. Na? Already you send a C value. PVM will not send that C value as your value what you are sending. So this is called an error. So this is called an error. So here it is an error. So I'm going to give you the clarity here. I'm going to give you the clarity here. I'm saying that it is a syntax error. It is a syntax error. So I'm going to say that syntax error this is. So coming to the point back, here I'm going to say syntax error. Positional argument follows keyword arguments. Are you getting my students? Right. So I hope you are understanding this concept. One more example I will introduce. When do you go for keyword arguments? What do you understand with my explanation? Whatever you know, you tell me. See, within few seconds, they are saying 35 messages, 36 messages. Positional argument first preference, then what? Other arguments will come. So tell me, when do you go for keyword arguments? I know the function name. I know the parameter names, but I don't know the order of parameters. That time, to pass the data accurately, to pass the data correctly, I will choose what? Yes. I will use in NumPy and Pandas many times in my application development. And this is the most useful technique in the real time. And this technique was not there in Java. This technique was not there in other languages at all. Python will provide everything except human breath. Everything it will provide. Except human breath. Everything will be provided in Python. That much vast libraries are there, which is going to dominate the industry within a year, within a 6. Already it reaches to India 60% now compared to 2021, 2022. Last year it is 40%. Now it reaches to 60%. Very shortly, even just by learning the core Python, there is a job opportunities will be there. That's why don't miss out and try to understand. Justin, sir, could you explain line number 6? Line number 6 is nothing. Okay. Line number 6. Line number 6 is, I have to explain that. So coming to the point back, I hope you are understanding this. Are you okay with this? Fine. Shall I go to one more example? Yeah. So when do you go for positional parameters? Justin, I said this value called hyphen repeated 50 times. Justin, this value called hyphen repeated for 50 times. That is what I used to use that statement. So when a student asked me, I cannot come out of it. Because if I am a student, if I ask that question to my sir, if my sir won't give a reply, student will feel something disappointed or not. But if I start giving, you will ask, sir, repeat the day before yesterday class, first day, data types you repeat, you will go on asking like that. So you also understand me and try to understand. Okay, student, shall we move forward now? When do you go for positional arguments? Specific value, order by value. I'll go for what? Positional. When do you go for default? Common value for many function calls of same type. When do you go for keyword arguments? I know function name. I know number of parameters. I know their names. To pass the data accurately in any order, I will go for what? Keyword arguments. Okay, now? Good. Let us go to another one. So Devi Prasad, how can we use print statement in main function? This is called what? Devi Prasad, main program. I am using print statement only. This is called main program only, na? This is called main program only. We are using print statement only. So coming to the next point of it, I am going to say, let it be coming to the point. Now I am taking keyword parameter example2.py. Keyword parameter example2.py. DEF display STUD student details. What I am taking? SNO comma SName comma marks comma CRS is equal to. What is the course name for all of you? Yes, pause. See, I am combining everything. I am combining everything. Understand? Okay. Start. Pass. Next. Print. I am printing. You have to understand, guys. Don't come out of that. You need to understand this. Backslash T, and say that format of SNO, comma, SNAME, comma, marks, comma, CRS. I just printed. Coming to the main program. So print statement I am using just to show you the good output. Some 50. Print of what I want. STNO. Next is called what? STNO. Just a slash what? Name. Slash T. This is. Next is called what? Marks. Next is what? Course. Fine. Now I am saying print of 50. Now I just want to call. How do you call? Display STUD details of 100, comma, next name, RS, comma, next is called marks, is called what 66.66, comma. That's it. Like this I am using. Tell me, what is the value? What is this mechanism? Finally understand, don't take much time of it. Which mechanism? Positional parameters passing mechanism. What is the default value? CRS is equal to, right? What is the output is printed? Right. So let us go to that point. Execute, print this, py, getting the output. Number, name, marks, and what? Course. Printed. Fine. Coming to this point, next I want to go for display student details. I am passing 101. Next I am going to say James Gosling here. Something like 16.66 or 16 point something like 55 I am giving. What is the default value there? Default value is what? Course. Default value is course. There are two words I am using. Default parameter mechanism. Default value I am asking. If you get confusion in my terminology, I can't do anything else. What is the default mechanism of parameters passing? Positional. For specific values. For common values, which one we will take? Default parameter passing mechanism we will use. Default parameter passing mechanism. Okay. It takes how many values? 3. I know 3 parameters are taking, but I am getting a little confused about name first or marks first. I have little confusion. How to pass the data correctly? This I developed it. Since it is there in front of you, you know the order. In my real-time project, one person developed the project, other person will make use of that function. That time you know the function name, you know 3 parameters are there, you don't know the order. He understand number first. Later, he got a doubt, name or marks. He is having a dilemma. So to overcome the dilemma of passing the data, I will use what? Pass it now. Come on. Display student. I'll pass it. Everything. Come on. Marks is equal to 33.33. Next is called what? STNO is equal to. See, SNO. I am using STNO. That is not keyword. You will get wrong answer, right or not? Because you are using what? Here you have to use compulsory what? Is equal to something like 1 or 2. Next I am using name is equal to name. What is that name? Yes, name is equal to RT. Some name I am using. What is this mechanism? Keyword arguments mechanism. Execute. So even though I am passing the data in different order, I am sending my data properly in the correct order. Are you okay? Fine. If I say like this, see, that is yesterday also I was shown to you. If I say like this, without this, if I pass it, see my dear students, what is happening? You see what is happening. Marks is called RT, name is called 1 or 2, number is called like this. Is it not called wrong answer? I know the function name, I know the parameter name, but I'm passing wrong data. Values are there, but I passed in wrong order. To pass it in correct order, which is the best mechanism. Yes, I am using positional. Here I am using positional, but positional gives you wrong answer or not? To give the proper order, I need to go for what? Keyword parameter mechanism is also one type of positional parameters only, but you need to pass in any of the zigzag manner, you can pass it. I don't know whether you are appreciating this mechanism or not, but this is really dominating the parameter passing mechanisms. Understand? Let's go. Next concept is, next one I will use it like this. See sir, I am using number is equal to name is equal to number is called 103. Number is called 103. Next name is called, next is called marks is equal to some 10.11. 10.11 and the name is equal to something like I am using, yes, a name is equal to something like I am using something like MC. Now tell me which mechanism this is. Say. Good. So you see positional I am using, keyword I am using. Are you okay? Yes. Let us go to that. Next I am using like this. Next I am using Java. I am using Java. 1 minute. Number marks is called 13. SNO is called 104. 104. Something like ZC and Java. Invalid. Very good. Invalid. Why invalid? First one is what? First you see. These are all keyword, keyword, keyword. And my sir used directly what? No keyword. No keyword means which one? Positional. Order is mismatching or not? I said first what is required? Positional. Next what is required? But here I am using something wrong or not? Generally student will think what? Generally student will think marks to marks. Next is number to number. Next what? Name to name. Name to name. And then this will be going to the left out value, like that you will feel generally. See that what is happening. Come on, read out please, ma. Yes, this one is called what? This one is called what? Positionally it's treated, but actually our intention is different. So it is going to be given as, what? Error. This is going to be given as error. How do you pass it, my dear students? Display. This I will take it. This I will take it. Here I am going to take it. Here I can write it. If at all you want, see, check it out. I will take it somewhere else. CRS is equal to, I am trying to write like this. Think and then say carefully. Now you see, now got like this. Are you okay? Comfortable or not comfortable? So for this default value also I am passing CRS is equal to that. Default parameter name also I am using as what? Keyword parameter name. Comfortable or not comfortable? Got any doubt? So comfortable na? Shall I move forward? Tell me, for me I have to understand you. So students, are you okay? Anuj, what is your doubt? Anuj is, sir, if we give p.s as a first str like this, Java marks is equal to, then his doubt is this one. His doubt is this one. Okay, I will take care. Okay, so he want to use like this. So display student marks is saying like this. Now everybody should answer me. Now you answer me. Invalid. Okay, first one is okay. Why I will take it as positional. Next one is a difficult. Next one is a difficult. What is the next one? Up to here okay. Up to here okay. But what is this? Positional. That is called wrong. Java no problem. Marks no problem. Number no problem. But this is giving a problem. Understand? Yes. So this is going to be a Java. And what is this now? Marks is equal to marks is equal to, what is this, SNO is equal to 104. This will give you a problem. See that line number 16, error. That is what I told you here also. This is what I told you, error. For that purpose only I said. So the Anuj is asking the same doubt once again. Anuj, did you understand this? Come on, Anuj, first. Anuj, are you okay? Okay, next. So I only want to know that when we give after the keyword. So you understand finally. So Satya is asking one doubt. Sir, in first two functions, why it is same even we did not use? First two functions means he is asking first two programs are what? First two programs are this one. His intention is in the previous program what I passed it. In the previous programs what I passed it. Normal mechanism I used. When the course is increasing, I will combine everything now. When the course is increasing, I will combine everything. Project is not going to contain only the topic. Project will contain all the topics, I will use it. So this mechanism I using what? Positional parameters. He is asking this one. He is asking this one. First two functions are not using any keyword because I am using which mechanism? Positional. Next I am using what? Next time you highlighting part. Keyword. Next one, first one is next one. Right. Next two things. These things. Keyword. Next this thing. This is called wrong. This is nothing but that error only. This error only we got it. What is that error also? I will post it. This syntax error also I will post it. So this error I will post it. Here I will post it. This is the output I got it. This is an output I got it. Marks is equal to, course is equal to, number is equal to, name is equal to, I got it. I hope you got it. Comfortable? Yes. So let us go to the next discussion here. I'll I'll open the keyword arguments concept here. Shall I? So let us watch this description now. Keyword arguments concept, I'll open it. Keyword parameter mechanism, I will open it. Just try to read all of them, all of you. Start. In some of the circumstances, we know the function name and formal parameter names. Nothing but with example, I will explain. I know the function name and formal parameter names. Okay. And we don't know the order of formal parameter names. I have 4 formal parameters, A, B, C, D. Number, name, marks, date of birth, like that. I don't know the order. Okay, number and name, okay. After that, 6 more parameters are there. Which one is first and which one is second, we don't know. We don't know the order of formal parameter names. And to pass the data or what? Values accurately, we must use the concept of keyword parameters or arguments. We know the function name. We know the formal parameter names, but we don't know order of it. I know that there are 3 chairs, but I don't know which position they are in. To pass the data correctly, I need to use chair number, person name, chair number, person name, chair number, person name. Like that I need to say. What is the mechanism here? Syntax for what? Function definition. What is the DEF? Function name, parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter n. What are these called? What are these called? Formal parameters. Syntax for function call, please look at function name. Parameter name is parameter n is equal to value n. Parameter 1 is equal to value 1. Parameter n minus 1 is equal to value n minus 1. That means I am not following in the same order. I can assign the values in any order. Are you getting me? I can assign the values in any order. I can assign the values in any order, I can say. This is an order it is followed, but I am passing the data in any of the possibilities. N parameters are there. How many ways I can pass the data? N possible ways I can pass it. Understand? And don't try to ask, sir, why are you passing zigzag manner? Yes, I can pass in any of the order. They are correctly mapping to my parameter names. So PVM is passing the data based on what parameter name has a key or not. So what is the rule? Hence, parameter n is equal to value n, parameter 1 is equal to value 1, parameter n minus 1 is equal to value n minus 1 are called what? Keyword arguments. Are called what? Yes. So I hope you understand. Each mechanism will give you some type of message to us. Let us have the glance. Why do you use positional parameters? To pass the specific values on the basis of first parameter to first parameter, first argument to first one, second one, 1 is to 1, 2 is to 2, 3 is to 3. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. Which values? Specific values. Second one, common values for many function calls of same type. I will go for what? Default parameter mechanism, I will go for it. Why don't you go for positional? Transferring the same value hundreds of times is a waste of time. That's why I will go for what? When do you go for a keyword? I know the function name. I know the parameter names. I don't know the order. I want to pass the data in any of the order correctly. I will use what? Formal parameter names as keywords. Formal parameter names as keywords I will use. This is a mechanism. You see, this is a mechanism. I hope that keyword parameter mechanism also more clear. I hope that so you understand this mechanism. I think so. Students in the online, is this document is clear? When you don't know the order, okay, this is very difficult. When we don't know the order, that only massive. There is a function name. Suppose I developed a function employee details. I said 6 details: number, name, marks, number, name, date of birth, salary, and then date of joining. As if I told the parameter names, but I did not tell you the order. That time you want to pass the data properly. So how can you pass it? Positional parameter I cannot use. Default parameters I cannot use. Only one and only mechanism called keyword arguments. And really this is a most wonderful things. Because when I am teaching morning, NumPy and Pandas for my data science related students, there, this mechanism I am repeating and I am explaining because different people will be there. That time they don't know this mechanism. I am explaining and continuing this. So you are purely belongs to my Python course. When you come to the higher level, that is very easy for you to understand. Understood? Huh? Yes. And don't try to confuse with all of them at a time. So, right. Okay, Surya. I will remember this concept. No need to revise. Okay, very good. Nice. Guruji, the great. Okay. My dear Shishya, God bless you. So it is done. So I'm not any person. I'm a teacher. With my subject only, my subject only will bless you. My subject only will bless you. So I'm not a politician to keep everybody on the head of it and do this. And I'm not. We don't want that. When we give good subject, that is only blessings for you. If you read it,